Hello, this is Rob Detmering. I'm a librarian at Ekstrom Library, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how you can use our subscription library databases to explore the scholarly conversation around a particular research question or topic, especially when you're just starting your research and aren't sure of the specific direction you want to pursue. Please feel free to contact me if you have questions about any of the strategies discussed in this video, or if you need assistance with any part of the research process. The best way to contact me is through email at robert.detmering@louisville.edu. Before we delve into the databases, I want to emphasize a few key points about how you might think about your research at this stage. When you begin your research, you're obviously starting with an initial idea for a research question or topic that interests you. Perhaps you're interested in issues surrounding cybersecurity in the military, or maybe you're looking into potential job opportunities for diversity consultants. Your ideas might be fairly broad at this point, and that's okay. Typically, you will narrow your topic gradually as you conduct research. You'll want to approach your research with an open mind, or what I like to call an exploratory mindset. You may have a particular idea of where you want to go with your research, but keep in mind that there are already ongoing scholarly conversations happening in different academic disciplines. What I mean by conversation is that scholars, like professors at the University of Louisville, regularly conduct research and then communicate the results of their work to other scholars in the field. They communicate with each other through articles in peer-reviewed journals, working through ideas and building new knowledge over time. The scholarly conversation will look different in different academic fields. For example, computer engineers writing on cybersecurity may focus on technical computing processes, while business researchers may focus on protecting customers or business interests, while political scientists might discuss cybersecurity in relation to national security or international relations. In the early stages of the research process, you typically won't know what scholarly conversations are happening in regard to your topic. So this is why it's important to have an exploratory mindset, which means taking some time to explore what's out there, to see what scholars are talking about and how that might relate to your own ideas and interests. In many cases, the existing scholarly conversations will not match your research question or topic in an exact or obvious way. So your goal as you explore sources is to build a sort of bridge between your own interests and these scholarly conversations. In order to build this bridge, you may have to think creatively about your topic or adjust your research question depending on what you find. Keep in mind that research is usually not about finding the one true answer to your research question, but rather to figure out your own answer to the question based on what you learn from your sources and your analysis and interpretation. In other words, you play an active role in the research process and are entering into the scholarly conversation as a participant, not simply a passive consumer of information. So how do we actually go about exploring the scholarly conversation? This is where library databases come in. Our library subscribes to approximately 200 databases that provide access to a wide range of peer-reviewed journal articles and other sources such as newspaper and magazine articles. These databases are different from Google and Google Scholar because they provide full-text access, meaning entire articles, to very expensive sources that are not freely available online. Academic publishers such as Elsevier and Wiley do not give their journals away for free, so libraries must pay millions of dollars each year to subscribe to this high-quality academic content. Your tuition dollars contribute to paying for our library databases, and there's a reason we spend all that money. It's because our faculty and students need access to the best information available when conducting research. You have access to the databases because you are affiliated with the university. The library homepage, library.louisville.edu, serves as the online portal to all of our databases. When researching off-campus, you will need to enter your ULink ID and password. You'll be prompted to do this when you click on the name of a database, but you can also log in under Accounts on the library homepage. Most of the time, the best starting point is to click on Subject Guides under Quick Tools on the left side of the page. The subject guides can help you locate the best databases for your research topic. As you can see, we have numerous guides for different academic subjects or disciplines. As I mentioned earlier, the conversations happening in engineering will look different than the conversations happening in business, political science, or other subjects. So you will want to consider what conversations you're interested in exploring in relation to your own topic. For instance, do you want to look at cybersecurity from a political science perspective, or a criminal justice perspective, or something else? Just for a moment, I'm going to click on criminal justice so you can see how the subject guides are generally set up. Here we see a list of the most relevant databases for research in criminal justice, including Criminal Justice Abstracts, which is the go-to database for peer-reviewed articles in criminology. Criminal justice is often closely related to research in psychology and sociology, so we also see databases focusing on those subjects, APA PsycInfo and Sociological Abstracts. Notice that if I hover over the name of a database, I will get information about what is included in that particular database. Okay, I'm going to back up now and focus on the subject guide that tends to be the most useful for research in English 102, and that is our Any Topic Guide. The Any Topic Guide is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. This is a good place to go when you're starting your research and you aren't sure which direction you want to go with your research. The recommended databases listed here, such as EBSCO Academic Search Complete, JSTOR, and ProQuest Direct, are good starting points for research on any topic because they include content across many different subject areas, not just one subject area, such as criminal justice or psychology. We also list Google Scholar here, but keep in mind that Google Scholar is a search engine that looks for citations to scholarly sources, but usually does not provide the full text of articles because, as we've discussed, those articles are not freely available. Let's jump into EBSCO Academic and go through an example search. EBSCO Academic, like other library databases, is different from a search engine like Google. A database should be thought of as a curated collection of sources specifically for academic research. I'm going to start with a very broad, exploratory search on the topic of cybersecurity. You can see that EBSCO suggests different ways of searching this term, such as one word, 2 words, or hyphenated, and it also suggests internet security as a related term. One of your goals early on in the search process should be to figure out the best keywords for your topic, and sometimes this involves experimenting with different words, such as cybersecurity or internet security. EBSCO also suggests ways of narrowing your search with more precise topics, such as cybersecurity in healthcare, education, and so forth. For right now, though, I'm just going to run a broad search for cybersecurity. As you can see, we returned almost 27,000 results, so fewer results than we would see on Google, but still way too many to sift through. This is where I will need to start thinking about how to narrow my exploration a little bit. First things first, because I'm trying to explore the scholarly conversation, I'm going to use the limiter on the left side of the page to limit my results to just scholarly peer-reviewed journals. This immediately cuts my results down to about 8,500, a substantial decrease, though still a large number. This is telling me that cybersecurity is a big topic in the scholarly conversation, and if I scroll through my results, I can see scholarly articles about cybersecurity in a variety of contexts, such as this one on how sports leagues can use cybersecurity to protect the competitive integrity of their games, or this one about cybersecurity teamwork in the military. So one of my options is to just browse through articles and see what interests me. I can get a sense of what scholars are writing about and begin to think about how my own interests fit into the conversation. Again, there may not be an exact match between your interests and the scholarly conversation, and that's perfectly okay. Working through these issues is a normal part of the research process. Another option is to browse through the subjects listed on the left side of the page. These are like formal tags or classification terms that can help me narrow my search to a particular topic. In this example, we can click on Show More and see numerous topics associated with my search. These topics include data encryption, cyber terrorism, the Internet of Things, and much more. I'll select cyber terrorism, and this will show me just the articles in my search results that deal with cyber terrorism. So this is one way of continuing my exploration of the scholarly conversation and make my search results more manageable. But even this is a large topic, so you can see that narrowing things down will take time and patience in many cases. That said, a lot of the time, the best option is to simply add keywords to your search. So I'm going to do a new search for cybersecurity and cyber terrorism and artificial intelligence, assuming here that artificial intelligence is one of my areas of interest. This gives me around 20 results, and if I limit once again to just scholarly peer-reviewed journals, I get fewer than 10 articles. This is a very manageable number of results and much more focused than my previous search because I added several keywords. Now, I might decide I want to start looking more carefully at individual articles, so let's use this one as an example. The AI-based Cyber Threat Landscape, a survey, published in February of 2020. This article is a survey, so will probably provide a general overview of the topic, and it was published this year, so it's current. If I click on the title, I will get more information about the article, including an abstract, which is a summary that can help me determine if it's relevant to my research. The abstract and subject terms on this page can also give me additional keywords or terminology I can do new searches on, such as deep locker or cyber threat prevention. To access the full article, I just need to click on PDF full text, where I can then download the PDF to my device. The options on the right side of the page are also worth exploring, as you can upload articles to your Google Drive and obtain citations in MLA, APA, and other styles. One final note. In some cases, you will not see a full text link for an article. This is because the article may live in another database or platform. Let's take this article, Foresight of Cybersecurity Threat Drivers and Affecting Technologies, published in a journal called Foresight. There is no full text link, and instead I see an icon labeled Find It at U of L. You can use Find It to search for the article in other databases. In this case, I see several options to view full text in other databases. If you don't see any options to get the full text, that usually means our library system does not have a subscription to that particular journal. However, we can still get the article for you if you click on the button to request the item through Interlibrary Loan. Interlibrary Loan is a free service, and it typically just takes a couple of days for us to get the article and send it to you electronically. You can log into Interlibrary Loan using your Ulink ID and password. Okay, that's all for now. I hope this video helps you think through strategies for your own research and gives you a sense of how library databases can be used to explore the scholarly conversation. Remember that there are many different databases, and so you will find different sources depending on which databases you choose to search. Good luck with your research, and please contact me if you have questions. I'm happy to meet with you online or work with you via email. Thanks.